Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Retro Gamers Podcast, episode number 278. Good Lord. Larry here.
And Anthony here.
And how you doing? What's going on?
I don't know. That's basically what it's. I've got like, it's allergy season here. I sound like a frog. So it's one of those days.
It's all right. I'm still getting over whatever I caught in Dallas. And
I heard the things you catch are permanent.
And I might have passed it on.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. So,
there's a horror movie like that.
Yeah, it's called Real Life.
Yeah, well, that's a whole other horror movie.
But yeah, so we got a lot of announcements happened this last week that we're going to get into. A lot of cool stuff we're going to talk about.
We got a bunch to cover today.
We do, but after 277 past episodes, because this is the 278th.
Yep.
Even a couple of special editions and everything. I don't think we've ever really carried over a cliffhanger because, Ann, I presented something to you last week that hopefully you spent time on thinking about.
I spent all week. Like, I took sick days off of work just to think about this. Just to think about this question.
I'm sure you did. Basically, I'm going to present it to you again. The rumor was Breath of the Wild 2 is too big for the current Switch. So if you had to buy new hardware specifically for Breath of the Wild 2, would you do it?
Would I do it? Yes. Yes,
wow.
I would. I did.
Okay.
I did think about it for a little while because I'm like, okay, that's a large investment. But when I think about it as a whole, it also made me think, well, if they had to release a new console just to support a game, it also means that all games moving forward could be bigger. So I don't think so I would do it with the thought of there will be more games like this in breadth and scope. Okay. So yes. So the answer is yes. And I'll be honest with you, the reason why I bought, I believe the reason why I bought the Nintendo 64 originally was for Super Mario 64. Like that was my push for that one. I think we all liked it. I mean, if you think about it, when any console is coming out for the first time, normally, at least let's say this was back in the day. I don't think it's now because like you have, PS4 to PS5, Xbox to Xbox Series X.
We have adult money.
Right. Well, no, we have adult money, but what I'm saying is like companies today, like the established ones, your Sonys, your Microsofts, your Nintendos, they don't have to announce a game necessarily anymore to get you to buy their console.
True.
Or at least that's my assessment. Like I didn't I didn't buy the PlayStation 5 because of a specific game that was coming out with it. I bought the PS5 because I love my PS4. My PS4 games carry over to the PS5, and the PS5 has better hardware. Like the control. Like if anything, like it's the tech advancements for the system that makes me want to buy it. So in other words, like the controller with the haptic feedback, and like stuff like that. Okay. But when we were playing, when we were getting consoles back in the day, it all came down to the games that came out with it, because it doesn't matter if it's like, Sega Saturn or the Atari Jaguar or something like that. Like the appeal wasn't just, hey, we have better graphics or anything like that. It's like, yeah, I understand that, but what games are you releasing? So when it came down to it, I bought a console I wanted a console based on the games that came out back then. I still carry that to today. So it's like, and again, for me, it's always a no-brainer. If it's a Mario game, if it's a Zelda game, I'm all in. So yeah, I would buy a new console for that. The same way I would buy a new console. Let's say I was trying to think of a good example for something current. And I guess the first one that popped in my head was like, if a new console came out for Astrobot, which only has 2 games, right? There was Astrobot on PSVR, and then they did the Astrobot's Playroom.
The tech demo.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a Playroom on PS5. It's a game. It's actually a game.
No, you're right. It is a game. No, you're right. I played it. Yeah.
It's a short game, but it's a game. If you told me that there was an Astrobot game coming out for PS6, it would make me want to buy the PS6 because I love
All
those
right,
two.
interesting. I mean, I've done it.
That's my thinking behind
Fair enough.
buying Breath of the Wild 2 with a console.
Gotcha. I mean, I would buy Breath of the Wild 2 physically to destroy it, but one less out there. But I'm definitely one to.
Unlike the Virtual Boy, though, there'll be millions of copies.
There were thousands of Virtual Boys
Mm-hmm.
at some point.
And I know there's one less in the world, thanks to
There
somebody.
is. No, it's still here. No, it's still physically with us.
Yeah.
The
We should
only
have a funeral. Do you want to have a funeral for it?
no, I still have ideas that I'm not against still doing. So don't worry, that has not been put to rest. So that's why I still have the package,
Yes.
the packaging in the back.
Rest in pieces.
I think the only, like, to your point though, nowadays, but I think with me, I've always just kind of, new system's coming out, time to upgrade anyway. Like, I've always seen as that's how I am. I'm on the upgrade program for my iPhone, so I'm always getting a new one every year. So to me, it looked like an upgrade. The only time though where I specifically remember I have to get this system because I want this game was the original PlayStation. I was in college, so I and this was probably 99, 2000, give or take, maybe even 2001. Well, you can know the era by the game I'm about to mention. And so I never had a place. I never got the PlayStation originally, not at launch. Had no interest in it.
No, you were a Nintendo snob.
I was not. I had Genesis stuff. I
Very
did,
little.
but I enjoyed Nintendo more. Yes.
Yes.
Nintendo. And
snob.
then WWE SmackDown came out. The first one. On PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and it was a great game. But the only way for me to get it was to get it on the PlayStation. And I remember, and that was also the first used, might be the only used system that I got.
Was that Funko Land? Did you do Funko Land that?
I guess so, or maybe EB. It was probably Electronics Boutique by then.
Okay.
No, you know what it was? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever truly stepped foot into a Funko Land.
Really?
I don't think so. Because at one point they were taken over and turned into EBs, Electronic Boutiques. The only Funko Land I knew of was around the corner from our high school. And I definitely never went into that one.
No, I don't remember where. So for those of you who don't know what Funko Land is, Funko Land was actually a chain store that was, you know how your local shops pop up now where they buy back games, like Game On. Like basically talks about Game On. Well, but they were a chain.
They were, no disrespect to Game On, but they were more like GameStop.
Yeah, they were more like
they were
GameStop.
legit. Yeah,
I agree with that. But if I remember correctly, there was one on, and again, this is taking everybody back to Brooklyn. I want to say there was one on, was it Rockaway Parkway? There was one, not
maybe.
It was either Rockaway. Like, I have two places in my head, but I think Rockaway Parkway might have been it. I think there was a Funko Land over there because I remember going to it, especially once I was able to, to drive.
Yeah.
But I do remember. Well, actually, I think they did. Funko Lands popped up once I was able to drive. But I remember a Funko Land. I could swear on Rockaway Parkway. I could be wrong. It might have been in Canarsie. Not sure. But I do remember going to it regularly. And again, the allure of, I can trade in old games to get something new. That's really cool because I'm done playing these games. Little did I know that I was getting fleeced because they would buy them back for so little.
Yep.
Different
ball game.
Yeah, it was a totally differh ballgame back then because it was new. Like, it was this whole new concept of what? I can trade in the stuff that's collecting dust in my room? Okay. Yeah. A little we knew.
Yeah, but the more we talk, I think it was actually more GameStop I probably got mine from. It was Electronics Boutique or GameStop. But in any event, that was the only system that was the only time I specifically remember going for what was considered new, either a new game or a new system.
Right.
Later on I've bought used stuff, but I wouldn't count those. So yeah, definitely it's not out of the realm, and a lot of people do it, but it's definitely interesting to hear because you weren't all in on the OLED Switch. I wasn't all in on the OLED Switch for reasons that we basically play on the TV, and there's literally no difference on that. And but we'll see what happens. Breath of the Wild 2 still has a lot of time for them to continue ruining it, and we'll see what happens.
Yep. Spoken like a jealous man.
Okay. Hey, Rich, how if you're listening, how's your gameplay going? Yeah.
I heard he's enjoying
I was in the
it
chat.
thoroughly.
I don't know. We'll see. But
Frequently rated the best game of all time.
that's all right. Well, be that as it may.
Your retro gaming cred is being hurt every time you badmouth Breath of the Wild.
Well, how do you feel? Let me ask you this: how do you feel then about like re-releases of games? Because we got a big one that just dropped recently.
We got a big one, but before we get to the big one, I thought you had some shopping you wanted to show.
I do. This is yes. See, already it's not working. So yes, I did. I did purchase some stuff recently. You're right. I wanted to show this off early. A couple of things. Yeah. So all right. So one is this is from Etsy, and I just quickly learned, unfortunately, from this one, I quickly learned that I think there might be like multiple Etsy storefronts, but it's all like the same. It all goes to the same person or the same entity. Okay. Because when I was looking for better storage for my Game Boy games and my Game Boy Advance games, because they were just in a tub and I didn't like that. So I went on Etsy and I found these items which I'm going to show. I'll show right now. So they're 3D printed holders.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So very straightforward. Don't get me wrong. Very straightforward. I don't have a 3D printer, so this is a Game Boy.
I was just going to say, I think you might be able to save a lot of money if you bought a 3D printer.
These actually weren't too bad. But nevertheless, and this is the Game Boy Advance one. Of course, you can pick your colors and everything. It says Game Boy Advance on the front. Holds about 28 games, give or take.
All right. No, that's healthy for a game holder, yeah.
Very cool. And this is the only one I need for this. Chocolate, I didn't have that many Game Boy Advance games. They are stackable because
also helpful.
Yes, because the regular Game Boy, I had to buy 3 of them, and this is what the regular Game Boy one looks like.
Oh, very nice.
Same idea, just a little larger. A large.
If I had more handheld games, I would probably buy something like that.
No, totally very comfortable.
No, that's really, really cool. I like it.
You can get the games easily as long as you don't really jam them in there. So very cool.
Do they have a Game Gear one?
I didn't look into it. I was only looking for Game Boys.
I think Game Gear are probably. I think the most handheld games I have are for Game Gear, but even that I only have like maybe 8 or 9.
And again, the Game Boy one holds about 28, give or take.
Nice.
I think it's a little different with the Game Boy Color games because they stick out a little bit because of the thing.
Oh, yes. That makes sense.
Anyway, because I've been playing a lot of Game Boy now that I got the dock and everything for the analog.
Right.
So I went on and I messaged. Again, I don't remember the name of the companies or whatever specifically, but they had the layouts, they had the codes. Like I bought multiple ones, so I saved some money because I bought multiple.
Okay.
And I remember I emailed the one shop and I'm like, hey, how many games does this hold? So they didn't respond yet, and not that I was like itching for it, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to pull the trigger on these anyway, even before getting the response back. So I go back to Etsy, I do the search again. Well, I thought I saved it, to be honest with you. Pull it up, same photos, same discount codes, same everything. I place the order, and then I'm like, that's not the username that I emailed. So I think what happens is, like someone goes on and maybe makes multiple accounts to get better hits from people.
Interesting.
But then I looked, and the original account I was going to order from is out of Jacksonville, and this one came out of like Cincinnati. So I don't know what happened, but
at least it was closer.
Yeah, but they literally were the exact same products, exact same codes, everything. So in any event,
oh wow, interesting.
So I hope I didn't short someone out of money because I would have bought from either one.
Well, it could also be. It's possible it could be a small business located.
That's what I'm thinking.
2 locations.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Exactly. So,
but nevertheless, I think you're fine there.
I really like these holders.
They're very cool.
And by stackable, it's just really you just get a flat surface with all the Game Boy games.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, that makes it easy. It's not like trying to stack your N64 cartridges on top of each other.
Don't even get me started. They wobble and everything. Forget about it.
It's a balancing act. It's like Jenga.
It's terrible. And then on top of that, which I already put up on our social media, but I did purchase 2 more games from our wonderful friends at Super Potato over there in Japan. It still shocks me how quick they ship from Japan to New York.
Well, let me ask you this. Do they have, like, I don't know what it says on the shipping.
Yeah.
I was wondering if they had like a U.S. warehouse or something.
No, these are international. They're coming from Japan. But it's on the bill, and they use DHL. No one uses DHL unless it's coming from outside the US.
Wow,
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And it was supposed to arrive May 10th. I got these like 2 days ago, which would have been like the 20th.
When did you buy them?
I bought them like 2 days before that, or even like what felt like a day before that. I know there's a time difference, but come on.
Maybe these places just psychically know when you're going to order something, Larry. Like they shipped it out like 3 weeks ago.
Just assuming. First and foremost, Batman for the PC Engine.
Very nice. Now, is that the same Batman game like NES Batman? Or
well,
is it different because I've never played it.
Funny you ask, because I'm going to share my screen real quick. I prepare. Hopefully this works. Okay. Because I want to show a little bit. It is muted because I don't want you don't want to get hit. So this right here, can you see anything playing yet?
Nothing's playing yet, but I see the video.
Okay, is it moving?
Now it's moving.
Okay, good. So this is Batman for the PC Engine, and it based on the first movie, right? Yeah, first movie.
Yep.
Now look, Batman on NES, one of the best games ever.
Yes.
But look at how this one plays.
I'm watching.
It's
very
much.
It's that. I don't want to say 3/4. It's a top
Bomberman.
Like very Bomberman, very Zelda, like original Zelda.
Well, as far as the gameplay, I would definitely compare it to Bomberman.
More Bomberman.
So
you're just collecting stuff.
That's what you got to do. In the time frame, you got to collect some stuff. You collect different vials and everything like that. And I did play this once. I'll admit, I did play it once, probably on an emulator at a friend's house.
Okay.
And I fell in love with this.
This is really cool. I was gonna say I've never seen this before.
Yeah. So definitely well worth it on that one.
Very cool.
And then the other game, I'm gonna keep my screen going. The other game I bought.
Let's see how well you switched to something else.
Oh no, I'm just popping it up here.
Okay.
Is this right here? I hit the wrong play button.
I was just about to say we're watching more Batman.
I screwed it up. Well, it's Popeye for no. All right.
Nope.
Wow. Okay.
We're still looking at Batman.
This is falling apart at the seams.
Yeah. Well, maybe you should stop sharing your screen and then get the other one ready to go.
I thought I was able to smoothly do that.
No.
I honestly thought so.
No, that did not work.
Well,
nice try though.
No. I'll give you the time code to just do a quick blurb off of that one.
Okay. Well, A for effort, F for fail.
All right, it's not working. I lost it. In any event, here's the game, though.
Just show the game.
Popeye for Game Boy.
Game Boy. Very cool.
Specifically for the Japanese Game Boy.
And I love how again, I've said this 1,000 times, like you get the game in the original packaging.
Look at how really good condition this is.
Yeah.
And here's the cart. I already moved it over, but even the cart is gorgeous.
Wow, that's like shiny clean.
That's brand new.
Very cool.
And that kind of plays like Godzilla on Game Boy, if anybody remembers that one.
Okay.
So very happy with those two.
Very nice.
And that's basically where I'm at.
All right. Very cool. I have a couple of, well, I don't want to say purchases because, one is a purchase and the other one was given to me because somebody got a dupe of it.
Ah, very nice.
So they were like, here, I'm going to give this to you. And I know, Larry, I know how much you like to read. So
yeah.
We know how much you love it. But so I got the Art of Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh, that's cool. I like to look at pictures. Yeah, so that works.
Yeah, so these are pretty, but there are words in it. So,
okay. I forget that.
So I hate to bring it to you, but really, really cool.
It's a thick book.
It's very thick book.
Yeah.
So apparently, like a friend of mine ordered it from Amazon, and it came, I guess, partially damaged.
Oh,
and
okay.
He's like, there's a little crack in the seam or something like that. So when he called them up to say, can I return it and get another one? Amazon did their usual. Oh, we'll just send you another one. And to be honest with you, the crack isn't even that really not that noticeable.
Okay.
Like if you look at it straight on, it doesn't look bad at all.
I can't even see anything. So.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's all the friggin' shiny plastic. So thank you.
Yeah, very cool.
Thank you, Sean and Amazon. So I got that. And now the other thing that I got. First off, there was something I said last week where I was like, I was going to show something off. I'm getting something. I was going to show it. Unfortunately, shipping got delayed. It's not arriving until after, it's arriving today, like our recording day.
Yeah.
But it'll be here later, so I won't be able to show you.
Oh boy.
So we'll have to hold that over till next week. Okay. But One other thing I wanted to show, and I'm very curious to get your thoughts on this one, because it is not a video game. It's not video game related. But since we talk about retro gaming, it is retro related. So I wanted to, because I've been on a big nostalgia kick lately. I think I've been attributing it to midlife crisis.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm in full midlife crisis mode. Just for anybody who listens, it's like I'm there. I think like I'm getting there. I haven't bought like a Corvette.
I was gonna say you haven't gotten the Lambo yet.
No. I haven't gotten the Lambo. I'm not driving around trying to pick up anybody. I can barely pick myself up. I can barely pick. At this point, I can barely pick my right arm up. So thank you, surgery. But look, it moves.
Oh, there you go. All right.
It moves. It's just not there yet. So I'm still kind of one-handed.
You'll be doing chicken dances next year.
No, this one. No, here.
Wah, 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 wah.
That's what I got. So anyway, so I've been very nostalgic lately. And I think even Larry, like after we recorded last week, we were talking about the Sears wish book.
Oh, yes.
From when we were kids. And what would happen is, for people who don't know what that was, the Sears wish book would come out every year, in November. And it basically told your parents, the stuff that was available to buy for the holidays. And us kids would go through the book and we would circle things and we'd tell our parents, I want this, I want this, I want Santa to bring me this, whatever.
You're right. The book came out in November, and I wasn't allowed to make a peep until December 1st.
Oh, really?
My parents are like, don't even say the word Christmas until December 1st.
Oh, no. See, I would jump right into that sucker.
I'd be
prepared.
I'd already be circling stuff.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like we'd be circling things about it. So we were talking about that, and then like I started going down the 80s rabbit hole of like, oh God, like when I was a kid in the 80s, like all the stuff that I used to have, all the toys I used to love. Aside from video games, video games were one thing, but there were plenty of toys that I played with back then. So I started like fumbling around on eBay, and I'm looking up toys, and I'm like, oh man, I go. And now I'm like, and then I'm like, oh, I would. And then I came across something and I'm like, okay. I was like, I have to buy this just to have it, just to have it. Because it just reminds me of one of my favorite toys from my childhood. And I played this thing nonstop. And when I say childhood, I'm talking like 4 or 5, when I was like 4 or 5 years old, like really, really like preschool, kindergarten type of thing.
Okay.
So I want you to say hello.
No.
To my Alfie 2.
Whoa! Okay, I thought you were just going to present maybe the catalog.
No.
Look at that thing.
No, I picked up an Alfie 2.
I'm getting nostalgia vibes right now. I might I might have had that.
Did you? I think you did have this because I thought we talked about it at one point. So for people who don't know what an Alfie 2 is, an Alfie 2 was one of those educational toys, and what you did was you took the slip.
Yeah.
Right? You took the slip and you put it in here. This one is, this one, it has addition, it has subtraction. There were different ones. You would slide it in here and then you turn on the Alfie 2. And I guess like it was coded. I literally just unpacked it this morning. So I haven't put the batteries in. Okay. And it's also one of those toys where you have to unscrew the back to put the batteries in. It's not that simple.
Yes.
It's like,
because us kids were too stupid, we'd open it up and probably try and eat the battery. Who would eat a battery?
Right. So you would turn it on. Alfie would talk to you, and then you would do the card. You would do the addition card. So like this one up here was like 3 plus 4 equals, and then you would pick what
Lord, I might
equals and everything.
I might need to do that now.
Yeah, exactly. So
That's wild.
and his face lights up. Yes. Now the one that I bought, they did say like again, because like a fully working one is a lot of money.
Oh, forget about it.
This one they said works partially if you like. It's one of those things where it's like I remember actually having an Alfie that did this. Where you ever have a toy where you have to like push the batteries in a little bit more to get it to work? That's what the description said for this Alfie.
In reality, it really came off the cart, came off the assembly line, cursing at you every time you got it wrong.
I wish. I apologize for the call.
Or it's sentient like Chucky.
I was about to say, like, tonight I'm going to get murdered by Alfie. So, because I just took him out of the box. I'm sure he wasn't happy being stuffed in there. So I'm going to die. But then, so I got my Alfie too.
That is awesome.
Yeah. And then I got no, it comes with all the
God
stuff, because like certain ones had like a game board with them. that you would play.
I don't remember that,
Like
but
here's
okay.
Here's one with the Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, because you know what? When we were kids, we were taught things.
Oh, yes. No, I agree with you.
So they have like, yeah, so like it has all these boards that you would play with and stuff.
That is phenomenal.
So I just had to get it. I could not say no. So I now have an Alfie 2. And even some of the pieces in here, like they didn't even...
oh, wow. They're like... Yeah,
they just haven't been taken out of
like they haven't been popped out or anything.
Yeah, they haven't been popped out, so that means these weren't like these.
You might not be playing with it.
No, I might not be. So, and look, I even like Talking Alfie activity set. Like they actually have the, like the instructions for it.
Instructions are really, yeah.
So I'm really
nice.
I'm really happy with it. Alfie 2 reading because that's what it was. You would buy different sets.
Yeah.
To put into the Alfie. So I had to. I literally had to.
No, that's awesome.
So I have an Alfie 2.
Honestly, that is awesome. I like that.
So I'm very excited. Not that I'm going to play it because I can't do math.
I would fail. I would totally fail.
Oh no, you would like maybe this should be one of our contest games. I'm gonna have you play the Alfie 2.
You see me play? No, Alfie, I'm right. You're wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And then Alfie electrocutes you.
Oh, probably.
All right.
So, oh man, all right, cool. Those are some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, it is. Oh man. I'm sorry for the cough.
No, that's all right. Oh, the nostalgia kick. All right, I like it.
I think I just sniffed in some dust off of Alfie.
Oh, that is some 40-year-old dust, 30-year-old dust.
Yes.
Well, speaking of nostalgia, let's talk about this real quick.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, before we take a moment here. Recently, it was already announced, but now we got more information on it. Is the release, or soon to be released, of Sonic Origins.
Yes.
And for some reason, a lot of people are very confused, which we'll get into in a moment.
And rightfully so. When I looked at it, I was confused.
I don't know about that.
But we'll get to that.
All right, so Sonic's birthday's coming up, June 23rd. He's going to be 31.
30.
On June 23rd.
30.
31.
31?
It's already the 30th anniversary. The world was kind of in shambles at the time.
Oh, that's right. So they're kind of redoing it?
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
Game's going to be available on everything. The Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series SX, One, Steam. Standard edition, $39.99 US. Deluxe, $44.99 US. This is where I got confused.
Okay.
So there's technically 4 games in it. Technically. Sonic.
Yeah.
Sonic CD.
Yeah.
Sonic 2.
Yeah.
And then Sonic 3 and Knuckles. As one.
Okay.
So when I saw first of all, just to get into some of the things real quick, you got your classic mode, you got anniversary mode, and these aren't just emulators thrown onto it. They started from the ground up and reworked everything.
Okay.
So in other words, you know what I mean? So we're not getting just an emulated version. We're getting games that work properly on these new systems.
Yes.
All right. Classic mode is basically 4x3 anniversary mode.
To play it. Yep.
Exactly, 16:9. They have different missions and museums and stuff. But first of all, Ed, let me just ask you this, just right off the bat. Just what do you think about this collection, just right off the bat?
Well, I mean, I was a huge Sonic fan when it came out, so anything Sonic gets me excited. So I am definitely looking forward to this. Hopefully, it delivers because we know how some re-releases can kind of fumble, but this one doesn't look like it's going to. So yes, I'm all in for this one.
I mean, I don't, and you make a point. Sometimes re-releases don't work, which doesn't make sense to me because, like,
they're looking at you, GTA.
Okay, like that, yes. Okay, that I can understand. I thought you meant like the gameplay. I'm like, these are games that we're already familiar with, and like Mario games have probably purchased definitely more than once.
Yes.
So, here's what confused me though, because I was looking forward to when they first announced it. I figured it was going to be like 5 separate games, Sonic and Knuckles in there as well. Because if for those who don't remember, Sonic and Knuckles was a very interesting game. The game itself is great, but it had this like one-off technology that Sega never went back to.
No,
with what was called lock-on technology. basically you were able to put Sonic 1, Sonic 2, or Sonic 3 onto Sonic and Knuckles. There was a like an adapter built into it. And then Knuckles was playable in those games, which then got you to go to like higher parts of the original games and unlock stuff and find stuff, which always made me wonder, did they always have that planned? Because like, especially like in Sonic 2, how are you going to put something so far up that only Knuckles can reach it when Knuckles hasn't even been invented yet? So that always wondered to me.
Well, my thought was just when the Knuckles cartridge came out, like when you got this, my thought was always that that contained the extra portions of the game for Sonic 1 and 2.
Interesting.
I don't think they necessarily planned, my personal opinion, I don't think they planned for Knuckles to be something from when the first Sonic came out. Because I honestly think when the first Sonic came out, they were just like, please let this game sell our consoles. I don't think they were worried about, 4 games down the line, we're going to have Knuckles and add him in here. It's like, no.
So the way they keep advertising this is Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And so I kept posting, where's Sonic and Knuckles? Where's Sonic and Knuckles the game?
Right.
And then everyone kept responding to me. They would put Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. And I kept responding, yeah, I know Knuckles is going to be in Sonic 3. And then I'm doing this properly now. I'm going to share my screen because I want to show you the website.
Okay.
That's going to be on here. I'm not sharing it yet. Yep. But basically the official website for this game kind of breaks it down. And let me just see if I can find it first. There it is. So here we go. I'm going to share that right now. Do that and do that.
Waiting.
Yeah.
There we go.
So here's right here what I'm circling. And for those listening, apparently Sonic 3 and Knuckles is some sort of hodgepodge of both Sonic the Hedgehog 3 separately and Sonic and Knuckles separately. So I'm taking that as, if you want to play Sonic and Knuckles, you got to select Sonic 3.
Okay.
Which I just don't know why they doesn't put it in as a separate game. But that's...
Let me ask you this. And again, I'm not remembering correctly because, again, I'm in midlife crisis. I'm forgetting things. Was Sonic and Knuckles, when it came out, Sonic 3 with Knuckles added to it?
No, it was its own separate game.
It was its own game, right? That's what I thought. All right, so it's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm sure.
There's going to be new animation in there, unlockables. This website also has a bunch of videos and everything like that. And I think there's some other stuff about some differences because I'm about to pull up a wonderful graph that set the world on fire.
Well, why does the Sonic Origin, if you go back to the videos up there, why was Sonic Spinball in there?
Museum.
Oh, part of the museum. Thank you.
Actually, specifically, that's the music.
The music from Sonic Spinball.
Yeah.
I loved Sonic Spinball, by the way.
Fun fact, Sonic Spinball just dropped on the Genesis on the Switch.
Yes, it did.
Yep.
I had that in my retro news section, but it's okay.
Dang it. Well, we'll talk more about it later.
Yes, we will.
So here, I just pulled up a graph. And do you want to kind of go over a little bit why maybe...
This is the confusing part that I have. So...
Now, granted, I just want a little quick thing. This graph has been, from the same website, has been updated compared to when it originally dropped.
Yes, because a lot of people were like, wait, we don't understand this. Now, I've cracked the code.
Oh, okay.
So if you pre-order the standard edition, right? So if we look at it this way, if you pre-order the standard edition, you get the game, you get Sonic Origins, you get 100 bonus coins, mirror mode, and the letterbox background.
If you pre-order it.
If you don't pre-order, you just get the game. But if you want to at a later time, you could purchase the Dash Pack, which will give you the bonus coins, the mirror mode, and the letterbox.
Mm-hmm.
That's my understanding of that.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be available as DLC later if you don't pre-order it.
Now, also, I believe this... Oh, no, they're not physical. I don't think they're physical releases. I think these are just digital releases.
Now, see, what is also confusing is they list it there as free DLC, included with pre-order of standard or digital deluxe. But that makes it sound like it'll come out later as free DLC, at which point I'd be like, well, then why do I have to pre-order it? So that's why these things are confusing. And then the premium fun pack additionally, will probably be something that you can purchase again if you don't pre-order the digital deluxe version. Same thing with the classic music pack. You'll probably be able to purchase it if you don't buy the digital deluxe, or should you choose, pay the extra $5 for the digital deluxe and you get it all.
So here's where everyone was confused. So, right, and this is for the video portion right now. You see all the spots on the graph that say included with pre-order?
Yes.
Or unlock with pre-order?
Yep.
None of that was there originally. It was just the rings. And the rings...
And that was very confusing.
Yeah, but if you look at it twice, you figure it out. That's why everyone was in an uproar about how confusing. You look at it a couple of times.
Well, apparently people were confused enough even after a couple of times that they were like, hey, can you please explain this a little bit better? And this does.
Because here's why. Here's what annoyed me about it. So I think what the problem was, when you look at Digital Deluxe without the words on it, it looks like you're only getting half the stuff.
Right.
Like where the rings are. But then if you just read, not you personally, but if you just read where it says Start Dash Pack, it says included with pre-order of standard or digital deluxe. So all you had to do was just look at it again. Why everyone was in such an uproar that there's now articles about it, I don't understand.
Well, because it was thoroughly confusing. Even here right now, like I said, looking at it, I'm like, it's still not 100% clear because I'm like, is the Dash Pack free DLC after the game comes out, or is it only free with the pre-order of standard and digital deluxe? Like, do you have to pay for it later?
My thought was free DLC.
Right. So then why do I need to pre-order if I know that I'll get it as DLC for free when I buy the game when it comes out?
Because it's the same reason why we used to pre-order games like from GameStop or whatever. It also kind of boosts initial sales, so companies will kind of know, okay, here's, that's a selling point. That's just to get people
I get
to buy
that,
it.
but that's where I can see it being confusing, because it's like, why do I need to pre-order it when I get this for free later?
Because right now everything's a pre-order.
Well, of course, because it's not out yet.
Exactly. So that's all. It's just verbiage.
Right, but you can see why verbiage would drive people crazy when it's done this way.
I don't. So, but I don't know. That's me.
Well, that's you. And you're a Virtual Boy lover, so nothing you do makes sense.
Premium Fun Pack and Classic Music Pack will probably be specific paid DLC, unless you order it with the digital deluxe.
Yeah, and to which my argument here is, for the extra $5, just avoid the headache.
Of course. Again, that's how they get you.
Yes.
But no, this Sonic Origins looks really cool. The trailer looks awesome. And again, yeah, it's games that we've played before. Really, the only thing that would shock me is if we actually get the actual Sonic Boom song in Sonic CD.
They may have the rights to it. Who knows?
They might. Dang it, I did it again. They might. So, we'll see. But right now, that's getting ready to drop on his birthday, June 23rd.
On his birthday, June 23rd. Yep.
So
that'll be a nice happy birthday for Sonic.
Oh, I think so.
And you know what I like about it too is that we didn't talk about this, but you can play the classic mode. But I like the anniversary mode because it's a full screen display. So they've actually redone the game, so you can see it full screen on your lovely 1080p 4K TVs, whatever you have, or 8K if you're that type of fancy. And you get unlimited lives.
Yeah, I didn't realize the unlimited lives part.
So full screen display and unlimited. I know, I understand that because But and I always like the museums in these games.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I always like just going again. I'm old. Going through going through the past and be like, oh yeah, I remember when I had the original.
I think I have some of the originals. I don't know, but I probably easily already have. I can tell you 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 copies of Sonic 2 on separate, both physically and digitally.
I was just about to say, I think Sonic 2 was one of those games where they made so many. It was like the E.T. of Genesis, where they just made so many of them that you could very conceivably have like 3 or 4 in your collection and not realize it. It's like, oh, look, I got another copy of Sonic 2. Okay.
I think I have an original. I think I have a regular Sonic 2, and then like when Sonic 2 was like packed in with like 2 other games.
Yes.
On a cart.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like it was just everywhere. And to be honest with you, like I think Sonic 2 was superior to Sonic.
Oh, I that's my favorite.
I think most people feel that way.
Well, Sonic CD might give it a run for its money.
Oh, Sonic CD is amazing.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Multiple
so we got
endings. I still have to go back and see the other endings in that.
Don't even get me started on multiple endings.
Yeah, I know.
So it looks very awesome. Like I said, it's built from the ground up, so they're not just throwing it on. Just a lot of people complain about that. Where the games don't work again. No, they again did this They've recoded everything. So look forward to it again. Coming out on everything. Right now, I think you can pre-order it everywhere except for the Switch currently. So that will happen as we get closer. And I'll most likely be getting it on Switch.
I'll PS5 it.
All right. Hopefully there's cross-platform gameplay. And
is there online?
I don't know.
I don't think
honestly,
so.
And they didn't mention anything, so
no, none of these games are multiplayer, really. Well, I guess you could, like with Sonic and Tails.
I mean, Sonic, Sonic 2 kind of is, and Sonic 3, but it never really was because it was always focused on Sonic when you play with the 2.
Yes.
So just
so like if Tails got left behind, he just got left behind.
Yeah,
so.
Tails is immortal. So
yeah, exactly. So
all right,
very cool.
Yes, and so let anyone else out there looking forward to this Sonic collection? I know like the Sonic Colors got released, and that was a little rough. So hopefully this one will get released with no issues whatsoever.
We'll find out.
And let us know what system you're getting it on. And even of those 4 games, or 5, I still don't know how Sonic and Knuckles fits into this. Which one is your favorite? Hit us up on social media, and we'll be right back. Support for the Retro Gamers podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped recently launched the Ultimate Men's Hygiene Bundle, the Performance Package. This thing's sweet. We're going to talk about it in a moment. Join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code RETROGAMERS, all one word, at manscaped.com.
That was a mouthful.
That was a mouthful. And thankfully, this thing is not. We got...
No, I think it's a little south of the mouth.
Oh, definitely south of the border. We've been lucky enough to be working now with Manscaped. And we got our trimmers. We did. And I got to be honest with you. For someone who's got to take a lot of trust and faith into doing something blindly almost, this thing works. And I was definitely able to get some more drift going in my Mario Kart games now that things are a bit more smoother. And I feel comfortable in using this product.
Okay. Well, I didn't realize that this is what you needed to make yourself game better. I mean, is that the reason why like you keep losing in our contests? Because you need this?
I'm more aerodynamic at this point.
You're more aerodynamic. I don't know how that translates to games, but you are definitely more aerodynamic. But no, I mean, look, you're absolutely right. I mean, look, personal hygiene, very important to me. And to be honest with you, not the first. This is not the first groomer I have ever tried. But I do have to say, like, I do agree with you. It's like after having used it, it definitely works. You know, my joystick and buttons feel really, really fresh and clean. And what?
No, it's great pun. I love it.
I'm all about the puns, but but it's the. Let me see if I get them right, because I always confuse the names. So the Lawnmower 4.0, right? That's the one that you normally use south.
Yep.
It is here. It is right here, actually.
Yeah, very, very sleek.
Very, very sleek. Very, I love black, my favorite color.
There you go.
And look, it even has a light, and you can hear it.
It does. So when the power goes out.
Yeah. So when the power goes out, you can also use this. No, but it obviously, like I will say, like the flashlight, incredibly helpful, because. Let's face it, there are places there that are hard to see. So, but the lawnmower, the Lawnmower 4.0 has a cutting edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents, which is very, very, which I'm very grateful for, by the way, because grooming accidents down there, not fun. So
with this Performance Package 4.0 by Manscaped, it really is a game changer. And inside the package you get the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, which Anthony showed you.
Yep.
A Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer.
Now, I have to say, this was the one I was kind of more excited about, and the only reason why is because, first off, I'm a hairball.
Yeah, you're Italian.
I'm Italian. I go, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not ashamed of it. I go, there's nothing I can do about this. But the nasal area specifically always seems to be troublesome for me.
Yeah.
Actually, surprisingly, the ears not so much, but definitely the nose.
Yeah, no, ears is something to work for me.
Yeah, always dealing with the nose, and you know what? There's only so much you can do with tweezers.
Ooh, yikes.
Yeah.
Also in the package, the Crop Preserver Bowl Deodorant, the Crop Reviver Toner, and also you get performance boxer briefs and a
Yes.
travel bag to hold your goodies. Because as you've shown, it's not a large contraption, so it's good to bring with you on the road.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I will say that I did try the boxer briefs. I haven't tried the shirt yet, but I've tried the boxer briefs. Very comfortable. I know. Yeah. I see you're trying the shirt.
I got it.
But I thought the boxer briefs were.
They said that I'm wearing it.
Well, yeah, that's right. You're just chill. No, I thought the boxer briefs were really comfortable. Definitely roomy, and especially especially post trimming. When there's a little extra room and air down there,
you get that.
They combine really well. You get that really strange feeling.
Folks, get 20% off and free shipping with the code RETROGAMERS, all one word, at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code RETROGAMERS, all one word. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. All right, we're back and we got some news coming up.
Yeah, we got a few bits of retro news today. Nothing overly crazy.
No, not too bad, but some fun stuff.
No, not too nutty.
Let's get into it.
But the first thing that I wanted to throw at you was since we were just talking about Sonic, there is first four figures. Again, they're still celebrating. Sega is still celebrating Sonic's 30th anniversary from last year because it runs until he turns 31, right? So why not celebrate? Why not celebrate your 30th anniversary all day long? So all day long. Or all year long, I should say. So First Four Figures is releasing a Sonic 30th anniversary statue.
You know, this company, First Four Figures, they put out some top-notch stuff. They really do.
And they are doing, whatchamacallit? They have three different versions of it. There's a standard edition, an exclusive edition, and a definitive edition of the statue.
Is there a graph that tells us what's what that people can get all upset about?
Yes, it's very confusing. So I am not going to share it.
Okay, fair enough.
But it's really cool. For some reason the image that I had was not opening up, so I'm just waiting for it to open right now.
Right, no problem.
And I'm going to share my screen just to show it.
You're better at that
although
than
I'm not, because I could not complete your request because it is not the right type of document.
Awesome. All right. Well,
never mind.
We'll put it up on our social media.
If you guys want to check it out, First Four Figures is the name of the company that's doing it. And if you give me, actually, you know what? Never mind. I was able to find it. So here we go. I am just going to share my screen really quickly. And later. So
oh, look at that.
So that wait, that's not even it. That's actually a different Sonic the Hedgehog that's coming out, which is really cool with the bonus,
the save point.
The save point with the bonus ring.
Yeah.
Well, no, the bonus ring would be above it, right?
Well, no, remember in Sonic 2, you had to jump through that after you had 50 rings.
Yeah. So this is actually a really cool a really cool figure in and of itself. Which, get out of here, privacy policy. I do like this one a lot.
Stupid cookies.
Yeah, I hate cookies. Boo cookies. I bought a cookie yesterday.
Oh boy.
I know, it's very dangerous. But yeah, so that one's really cool. Here, if I go to Legacy, here you guys are gonna
look at all that stuff.
Yeah. So wow. Ooh, Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
Oh boy.
No, but if we go to Classic, there should be the 30th anniversary. Oh, look at all these. First Four Figures has a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, so the Sonic 30th anniversary, you're going to watch me do this. Anniversary statue. Wow. Okay. So here it is. This thing to me looks really awesome. So if you just look at this picture.
This is
the actual
detailed
statue. It's him running through the gold ring. Apparently they're doing a giveaway of it because can't find it anywhere anymore. Who knows? But
that looks awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool. So Sonic 30th anniversary. If you are a big Sonic fan and you want a statue, it's available.
Sweet.
For purchase. Apparently it's also available on eBay already.
Of course.
Anyway, and then continuing with visual news, since we're doing it. Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios Japan is celebrating their first anniversary.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
So
cool.
they've been open a year, which is really, really cool. The one at Universal is Universal Hollywood is planning to open next year. Very excited about that because I'm here and I can go to it regularly, by the way. But Coca-Cola is getting in on the celebration, and they are releasing a Super Nintendo World first anniversary Coca-Cola bottle.
Oh.
And you can see that right here.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
So if you're in Japan or you know somebody in Japan, or like Larry, you shop on eBay from Japan, you might be able to pick yourself up a nice Coca-Cola Super Nintendo.
Or if you want to be nice and send one over, you can empty it. You can drink everything that's inside of it. I just want the bottles.
Oh yeah, you totally can. They're really cool. I love the two designs of it.
Yes,
actually really, really nice. So if you are a Coca-Cola drinker or just a collector, go grab yourself some Super Nintendo World Coca-Cola.
There you go.
Very, very cool.
Sweet.
Moving on, and I guess we'll stay in the Nintendo category right now.
Okay.
You had mentioned first off, you had mentioned this earlier. The Switch Online.
Yeah, let me. I might as well wrap that one up because I mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, you go for it.
The Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, where you get access to the Sega Genesis games, just dropped out of nowhere. 3 new games available now on the service. As I mentioned, Sonic Spinball is one of them, which to me is kind of an underrated game. Yeah. I love Sonic Spinball. And actually,
I was always a fan of Sonic Spinball.
Yeah. And the funny thing is though, like I always remembered being very slow, but it seems a lot different on the Nintendo version.
Nope, so, it was never slow.
Really? Mine was always ran slow.
No, every time I would hit Sonic, he would just go flying up into the Yeah, I never had an issue with that.
Okay. And then the other 2 great games. Another one is Space Harrier 2. Great series. Well, I wasn't into that too much, but it's a fun series. But this game, I cannot wait to play again. Shining Force 2.
Oh, man. Shining Force 2. I mean, both Shining Force games 1 and 2 for me were absolutely amazing. And Shining Force 2, I remember, I believe I streamed the ending of it.
I think you did
at some point in time. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure one of these Game Boy Advance games is my Shining Force game. Oh, here it is. Cool. Boom. That's a of the first one.
Very nice. Yeah, I love both of those games. And then there are more Shining Force games in the series.
Shining Force CD. I gotta get that started.
Shining Force CD, Shining Force 3 on Sega Saturn.
Yep.
Which I have somewhere.
So these 3 games all dropped recently. So if you haven't done so already, just update the Genesis and you'll be able to play those 3 games.
Yes. So very cool. Switching gears to actually sticking with Nintendo. One other thing. I don't know if I missed this bit of news last year or if we did talk about it and I just plain forgot. But last June, Nintendo announced that they were going to be opening the Nintendo Gallery, which is essentially going to be a museum.
Yeah, I don't remember hearing about that originally.
I don't remember hearing about it either, but it was announced June of 2021 that they are in the process of creating the Nintendo Gallery in Kyoto, where they're going to be building it at one of the sites where they used to do their manufacturing.
Okay.
They still do some manufacturing there, but but they've moved some of that. They moved that stuff on. So now they're making that space the Nintendo Gallery. So as they started breaking ground for it, though, they had to stop because they found ancient remains under the ground where the Nintendo Gallery is going to be built.
That's not good.
Yeah. Well, it's not good because, now the museum is going to be haunted.
Well, I mean, but you said there was original building on top of it that used to be like the manufacturing.
Yes.
Originally.
Yes.
Okay. So in other words, they moved the headstones.
Yes.
But they didn't move the bodies.
Correct.
Okay, just wanted to check.
So,
all right.
No bodies were found.
Move the headstones. Okay, I'm sorry.
They didn't find bodies. So far, what they have found, they found some pottery. They found they found like a ritual site.
Ooh, that's
and the estimated time frame for these go all the way back to the 3rd century.
Wow.
Third century. So obviously the huge find for Nintendo on their grounds. So I don't know if this means it's going to impact the gallery, because the gallery is planned to open in early 2024. But now that they've found this third century, these third century belongings, third century artifacts, they may have to hold on building until they, excavate the site thoroughly to see what else they find there.
That's great. I thought the Mallory Gallery had a worse situation.
Yes, the Mallory Gallery did.
Yes.
This also reminded me of a story not related to finding third century artifacts, but when Universal Hollywood was building, when they first started to break ground on Super Nintendo World, pre-pandemic, an endangered species bird, I don't remember what kind of bird it was, an endangered species bird decided to use the site.
I think I remember this.
Yeah, used the site, built a nest on it, and laid eggs. And because it was an endangered species, they were not allowed to disturb it. So literally, they had to stop construction for a year until the bird's eggs hatched, and they went on their merry way.
Stupid birds.
But
don't shoot the goose.
No, don't shoot the goose. But yeah, but really, really cool stuff. I mean, third century. I mean, that's
wild. Yeah.
I mean, when you just think about that, it'd be like, okay, that they found stuff that's almost 2,000 years old.
Yeah. That is insane.
It's just absolutely crazy. So really, really cool. Really cool, strange news coming out of the Nintendo Gallery Museum. Well, you know what? Maybe those pieces will wind up in the Nintendo Gallery.
Maybe.
It's like, it's like, hey, we know we're old as a company, but look what we found.
Folks, due to a lawsuit, we have to now put this wing in.
Yes, exactly. So, but cool stuff. I just hope that like I want them to take the ritual, whatever the ritual site was, and put it in the museum and be like, yeah, so here's a third century sacrifice site,
And this is where you could play Breath of the Wild.
There were no sacrifice sites in Breath of the Wild.
Please, my time and effort was sacrificed.
Yeah, to one of the best games ever made.
Something else real quick that I saw super fast with Super Nintendo World, going back to that real quick. Apparently now, I guess if you stay on the property or one of the hotels near there, they're giving patrons Nintendo Switch docks to play in the hotel. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, you can rent them, actually.
Oh, rent them, yeah.
Yeah, you can rent it. Yeah, so if you stay on property at Universal Studios Japan, you can rent a Nintendo Switch. Cool. Yeah, just a nice little bonus when you're on vacation and the kids are running around the hotel room and you don't want to take them out.
Yikes.
Get them a Switch.
Yikes.
It's kind of like when you order a movie at hotel rooms. Well, not the kind of movies you order, but
this is true. Or remember, there were N64 games that were available to rent in some hotels. So
there were, and there were games you could play in some McDonald's. If we're just sharing that out. You want to talk about Konami while I try and hold this
why
back?
not? Why not? So Konami apparently maybe just celebrated its 50th anniversary. Konami's synonymous with Castlevania, Contra, some of these amazing shoot 'em ups, these arcade games. After 50 years, they're finally changing their name on July 1st.
Wow, whatever are they changing their name to?
I don't know, because Konami, like you say Konami, you know what's happening.
Yes.
So right now, officially speaking, they're Konami Holdings Corporation. And I mean, with the new name, honestly, it's going to take some time to get used to it, because like almost like with Square Enix and when they merged Squaresoft and Enix, like Square Enix, like, wait a minute, what part of that is it? So Konami Holdings Corporation is now going to be known as Konami Group Corporation. Oh, hold on. Calm down. Hold on.
My mind is blown.
Konami Group Corporation. You got to keep saying it in your head to be able to remember the new name.
Right.
That goes in July 1st. This goes into effect.
Yes, July 1st it goes into effect. And considering the fact that we all know the name of the company is just flat out Konami, I don't think anybody's going to care. According to them, though, they thought switching it to group made more sense because they own a variety. They have a variety of things that they offer.
Stuff
and holding sounds kind of more financial.
Yeah, it does. I mean,
real estate-ish, or
The joke that Anthony completely destroyed
Yes.
before. Didn't let me run with it.
Sorry. But don't I always do that?
Oh, no, that's the funny part. Yes.
Isn't that my thing where it's like, yeah, Larry, run with the joke so I can
a lot of companies do this. They just, they just change something slightly. It's just a mindset or whatever. But yeah, no, officially though, Konami is changing their name from Holdings to Group.
Right.
So
I honestly, when I first saw the article, I obviously my initial thought was, oh man, they're changing their name completely. Why? And then you see the change and then of course, after that I say, well, why? But in all honesty, I don't know why they didn't just shorten it to Konami.
Well, I get.
That's what everybody knows.
Yeah.
No. But it is what it is. I mean, hey, good for you, Konami. You can be a Holdings, you can be a Group, whatever. We still love you. You made Castlevania. Made me very happy.
That is true.
Okay. And then last bit of news to share. And this is on the movie front. Which, by the way, I still have not seen Sonic 2.
Come on.
I'm sorry. I've been busy, like with work and stuff.
It's gonna be on Paramount Plus by the time you're ready.
Oh, okay, that works for me. So the creator of the John Wick films, which is a series of films I've always meant to sit down and watch, but I never have.
Me too. I've never seen a John Wick movie.
I know, me neither, and it's a shame that I haven't seen them because I hear they're just a lot of fun and
great movies.
Yeah, sometimes you just need stupid fun.
Yeah.
And everybody loves Keanu Reeves, and everybody should support Keanu Reeves because he's like genuinely a very nice person, and probably a little too wise for this world, by the way.
The only role he shaved his beard for. Bill and Ted 3.
Bill and Ted 3. Yep. Which I saw and it was ho-hum.
Such a great movie.
No. It was just okay.
For the time. We just hit the pandemic.
And at this point, I will honestly watch anything Samara Weaving is in because she's just fantastic.
I don't know which character she was.
She was one of the daughters.
Oh, okay. I like them. They need their own spin-off movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was in
the Babysitter movies on Netflix, which were great.
I'm thinking of a different series.
Absolutely great. She was also in
it was like a game.
Ready or Not.
That's the one where everyone thought she was Margot Robbie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody thought she was Margot Robbie.
Yes.
I will say, like if you watch that and you watch the two Babysitter movies she did on Netflix, she is amazing. She's just awesome.
Oh, I think she's great.
No, she's absolutely awesome. But anyway, so the creator of the John Wick movies, Derek Kolstad, has announced that he is working on a Streets of Rage movie.
Ooh, so this is it. So now we have a Sega universe. Well, maybe not crossover universe, but now it looks like Sega with the success of Sonic, with the major success of Sonic 2. Yep. I mean, Sonic 2 was blowing the doors off of all these video game movies. Yep. And again, I saw it. Fantastic.
Yep.
It only makes sense. It's funny too, because like when I left the theater from Sonic 2, I thought to myself, all right, well, this is clearly now happening for Sega. Yep. What could be next? I actually thought maybe they would go with Golden Axe for some reason. Kind of like a medieval type thing.
Okay.
But
I wouldn't have gone that route.
Streets of Rage definitely not far behind. But yeah, if they do make a Streets of Rage movie and this guy does it, and it's kind of like John Wick, I think you'll have another blockbuster on your hands.
Oh no, I think so too. Especially like I want to see all the characters do their special moves, and I want to know who's going to play. I want to know who's going to play the kid on the roller skates.
For the entire movie. Axel? Yeah, no, not Axel.
No, not Axel. It was Axel, Blade. I forget.
Oh, Blade.
Name. No, Blade was the Blaze.
Blade was
Blaze.
Blaze.
Was
Blaze. That's right.
Blaze was the woman. I forgot his name, but yeah, I want to know. I want to know what poor kid is going to be stuck wearing roller skates for an entire film.
Kevin Hart.
And not only that, roller blades, because that was in the 90s.
That was very in.
I love roller blades.
All right, cool. So yeah, I'm looking for definitely I'm in for a Sega universe, movie universe. So
well, yeah. Can you imagine like at the end of Streets of Rage, you have the kid roller skating really fast, and all of a sudden Sonic goes by.
That would be awesome.
I just gave Derek Holstad. I hope you're listening to the show. Boy. I just gave you the post-credits scene.
Money.
And that's all we got for retro news this week.
All right. Excellent.
All right, Larry, it is time. I feel like I haven't done this as a separate segment in a long time, which is great. It is time to celebrate some retro birthdays.
Yes, I'm looking forward to the heavy editing that we're going to start doing again. Yes, retro birthdays. Let's do. Oh, I got to find the music.
Oh,
I had music.
Right.
Man.
You had retro birthday music.
I did. Right. Oh, boy. For those listening, hopefully I did it right.
All right. And I'm pretty confident you did not. So anyway, we got 4 retro birthdays to celebrate this week. And I'm going to jump right into them. So the first retro birthday, it's celebrating the 20th anniversary. And for those of you fans who know that, Wizard needs food badly, we are celebrating the 20th anniversary of Gauntlet Dark Legacy on the Xbox.
Yes. Also a wonderful arcade game.
Yes. So if you follow the Gauntlet franchise, this was the one that was on the arcade, was released on the Xbox 20 years ago this week.
Ooh, all right.
Yep. So happy birthday to that one. Also celebrating a 20th retro birthday. This time on the GameCube. And I remember buying this because I wanted to play it again because I love the original one on the PlayStation. And I wanted to play it with better graphics. So happy 20th retro birthday to Resident Evil on the GameCube.
This scared the hell out of me, this game.
Yes.
That's how good.
They did a really good job with this.
They really did. I got to go back and play that. I still have it.
Yep. The next 2 retro birthdays, these are Japanese retro birthdays. I always feel like it's worth celebrating the Japanese birthdays for certain games because they come out there first. And this one specifically, this one I hold near and dear to my heart. A happy 25th retro birthday Japanese release for Star Fox 64.
Do a barrel roll. Yes. Star Fox.
Peppy.
Star Fox 64 was phenomenal.
Yes. Although people didn't seem to like Slippy very much. I don't know why.
Oh, poor Slippy.
I know, poor Slippy. I always thought Falco was rude, which he was.
Rock me, Amadeus.
Which is why I liked him the best anyway. I'll leave that there. But happy 25th. Happy 25th retro birthday to Star Fox 64. One of the best games to have alternating paths to go on based on how you get level. Yeah. Which I always thought was really cool because you can go through the game multiple times. And then they had the multiplayer mode, which was really fun too.
They did. And I'm pretty sure, didn't the Rumble Pack debut with Star Fox 64?
The Rumble Pack came with
Star... I think it did, yeah.
No, it was an impact.
Yep.
It came with it. Yep, which was also really cool. So happy 25th retro birthday to that one. And last but not least, we are celebrating the 30th retro birthday. And Larry, I'm hoping you can help me with this one because I don't know if this is the first game in this franchise to come out or not. But I'm assuming it is not. But a very happy 30th retro birthday to Game Boy's Kirby's Dream Land.
Why would you say not?
I wasn't sure if Kirby came out earlier than 1992.
No. Kirby basically, Kirby's Dream Land.
I didn't follow the Kirby franchise very well. And, to be perfectly honest, I should have looked it up before it got to the segment, but I did not.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. No, Kirby's Dream Land was the first game on Game Boy. It's Kirby's Adventure. That was the first one on the NES.
Right. So Kirby's Adventure started the Kirby franchise?
Nope. Kirby's Dream Land.
That's what I was asking about. Yeah. So this is the game that started.
The first game.
This is the first game that started the Kirby franchise.
He wasn't even pink yet on the box. He was white.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And also, fun fact, you know who Kirby's named after?
No.
The Nintendo lawyer who helped them in the Donkey Kong Universal trial.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that was him.
Yeah.
I knew
he wasn't a large.
I thought they named a character after the lawyer. I just forgot that it was Kirby.
Oh, yeah. No, it was Kirby.
Yeah. Which is really cool. That's just kind of awesome to walk around and be like, hey, I have a Nintendo character named after me.
Totally.
I'm still pitching them to name a character Anthony. So what?
They already have enough Italians.
Well, but you know what? There's a toy in Japan that has my last name, so I figure my first name should go in there somewhere.
Ooh, interesting.
Yes. But happy 30th retro birthday, Kirby's Dream Land. You started an amazing franchise where the latest game that just came out on the Switch.
I still gotta get my hands on it. Yeah.
So a happy 30th retro birthday to them. And those are all 4 of the birthdays we're celebrating this week. And that is your retro birthday.
All right. Time to, probably the first time in a long time I said this, time to bring this one into port. Yes. So wonderful episode. Some great games coming out.
Yes. I don't even know why you came up with that phrase because you don't sail.
What? I don't, but it's in my blood. But it stops here.
I was just gonna say it definitely stopped with you.
It totally the open ocean, that is the final frontier. I will go into space before I go on a cruise.
Yep, so, that's good to know. The closest you get to the ocean is Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker. I would think.
That basically it. My father was all over the ocean.
Yep. But at least Wind Waker has a talking boat.
This is true. Well, if the boat talked, then maybe.
Yeah.
So we're gonna wrap this one up. But the last thing I want to mention here, and even something because it just dropped recently that this is a big get for Retrobit and for Limited Run. They have announced that they are, in collaboration with Rare, they are putting out a copy of the 8-bit Battletoads Double Dragon game.
Ooh.
And this looks phenomenal for those watching on YouTube. I mean, you get the numbered deluxe hardcover cartridge packaging, full color manual, and this is only the NES version. Okay. The card itself, that what they call Jumpin' Jade color, it's a clear green. You can see the workings on the inside.
Yep.
Which even have some logos on it. And what's cool is it's going to come with an acrylic cartridge display stand.
Yes, I see that.
So you can display the game itself.
That I really love. That's a nice little bonus.
This thing's phenomenal. You can order it at Retrobit, order it through Castlemania Games, order it through Limited Run.
Also, the full colored instruction manual. I'm all about instruction manual.
Yep. No, that's a gorgeous instruction manual. They've already announced that later this year they will do the 16-bit version. Whether it's going to be Super Nintendo and or Genesis, that's up in the air. Though the visual was a Super Nintendo cartridge. I cannot wait for this game, and one of the best crossovers ever.
Oh, no question about that. I mean,
totally.
I mean, I was trying to think of like other crossover games because there aren't a ton, in my mind. There aren't a ton of crossover games.
No, but
this one by far is one of the most most well known.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure you could pick more movies than games have crossovers. But you know what?
Absolutely.
Maybe something to talk about next week.
Oh yeah, you know what I mean? I think we can discuss that.
Yeah. So, really cool. And you know what? For those listening and watching on the social media page in the comments section here, let us know what are some of the best crossover games or just crossover games that you remember, such as Battletoads Double Dragon. And certainly something we can talk about. And also think about it like this. This is an 8-bit cartridge. I mean, it's out there. This game's not gone. I've seen him at Game On. I've seen him at other spots.
Yeah.
But there's something, no offense to Game On, or anyone who resells games.
Yeah.
But, to have something like this, that's pretty cool. You might be paying a little bit more. So, I don't know. Maybe something is to it as far as re-releases versus original cartridges and stuff like that.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, to me, there's always the appeal of the original card. But again, that's also a discussion for another time.
Exactly. So we'll figure it out. But with that being said, let's wrap it up. And where can they find us?
You guys can find us on Facebook.com/RetroGamersPodcast, on Instagram @RetroGamersPodcast, on Twitter @RetroGamersPod. You can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. You can watch us on YouTube, and you can email us at email@theretrogamers.com.
Yes. And another wonderful week.
Excellent week. Yes, I agree.
Enjoy your child's toy.
I will enjoy Alfie. I will enjoy Alfie this week. Wait, what did you say? What did you say? You said the Virtual Boy sucks? I love him already.
Wow. And 2 out of the 3 of us will catch you next week on the Retro Gamers Podcast.
I love you, Alfie.